Hi, this is Tina Vanderwerker from Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. I am here with Amanda MacHattie from Massage Care Glenville. Hi, Amanda. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for doing this with me.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, sure. So tell me a little bit about your business.
Well, my business is a massage therapy office. I've been 7 months here back in my hometown, but my journey started pre-pandemic.
Okay.
And I'm in my 11th year as a therapist.
Nice.
Also graduated here from Albany.
Okay, great. So what were your challenges during the pandemic? Obviously, people couldn't go to massages and in-person kinds of things. So did you struggle with that?
Yes, there was definitely a bit of fear of being touched, which is something that is already very pervasive in our society.
Right.
So overcoming that was a bit of a challenge. So especially during a period of lockdown where we were told we couldn't.
Right.
Once we reopened, it was challenging in a different way because they put all of these protocols upon us to keep people safe, when in fact we were already doing all of those things.
Right. Right.
But getting back into it, everything changed from the location, the area that I was in. I ended up moving locations a couple of times before arriving here, back in Scotia. And it's just been working really well ever since. So I see myself being here for quite a bit.
Good. So you were saying earlier, we were talking that you've worked with a couple different people, but now, you decided it was time to kind of start your own business. What led you to want to get out on your own?
Well, that's kind of a two-faceted answer. So on a personal level, I was in hotel and restaurant management before this. So a very high stress, high demand, high hours type of environment. And I thought that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But after working with a family who does this long term over many generations and seeing the sacrifices that they all had to make it work, I decided that really wasn't what I wanted to do at the end of the day.
Okay.
I didn't want my family to have to deal with that every day. It's a lot of work. So
it is, yeah.
I decided that I needed a job where when I go home, and I can be at that point switch roles into family member mode.
Okay.
And also to go home happy.
Yeah, imagine.
So on a personal level, going into massage was for me.
Yeah.
Was to reduce my stress and help me enjoy my life a little bit better. The second facet was in whether it was a small office group or a large spa, there didn't seem to be a lot of room for customization. So what I do here that's a little bit different is you're getting my time. So in that time, whatever your goals are, they could be pain management, they could be improvement of range of motion. Postural dysfunction is a huge thing that I work with virtually every client that I see as a component of their care.
Sure.
To reduce pain and improve mobility. It's really challenging because when you go to a spa and you want to try different things, they're usually upcharged. So I roll it into an all-in-one. We pick and choose which tools are best for you, and it really ends up creating an environment where the client over time, even if they don't realize it, are actually designing their own massage.
Yeah.
So when I take people in, we start with aromatherapy. I have 10 years of aromatherapy experience, not only with scent, but with their uses. Some people like them, some people don't. I have something for everybody.
Yeah.
Same thing with our approach. We could approach from a deep tissue point of view, or we could approach from a hot stone point of view, whichever the clients find beneficial. And also avoiding the things that maybe they don't like in a massage that they've received before. I give them the chance to say, that technique wasn't really something I loved.
Yeah.
It goes in the notes and we stay away from it if it's really not something that they like.
Yeah. And that is super important because, like you said, typically you go to a spa or you go to a massage and you're choosing from a menu.
Yes.
And so you may say, well, I like this, but I'm not sure if I like that. And if you choose that and you end up not liking it, what do you do?
Right.
And so it's really nice to say, okay, you're here with me for 45 minutes, an hour, whatever the time is, and we're going to change what we do based on what it is that you're liking or not liking or what you need that day.
Yes.
Because it may be different.
Every person walks through, even if I see that person on a bi-weekly or monthly basis. Every time they come in, they're a different person.
Of
They're
course,
dealing with a
yeah.
different focus of goal that day.
Yeah.
Different things have affected them that day.
Right.
But those postural patterns carry through life, and we carry those with us always. So
Yeah.
it's nice to be able to work with both.
Right. Right. Yeah. And a lot of times you're not working with somebody who can switch around like that. So to be able to adjust and say, oh, okay, we're going to do posture today, or we're going to do deep tissue today, or, whatever they need, that's super important.
Absolutely.
So did you, in order to do that and change all of your perspectives, if you will, did you have to do a lot of certifications or trainings, or is that like specific things you can just take a course here and there?
You can take a course here and there and also do specialization. Currently, I am undergoing a 3-year apprenticeship in biodynamic craniosacral therapy, which is a mouthful.
Yeah.
And so I'm just shy of a year in.
Okay.
And I'm still kind of figuring out what it is. It's a very challenging modality of massage.
Yeah.
So any massage therapist can perform that modality, and we were all introduced to it, if you will, in school, but it wasn't a focus.
Yeah.
So if you want to be able to provide one of those specialty massages to the public at a cost, that's where that certification becomes very important, especially in New York State.
Okay.
So currently I'm doing practice sessions of that.
Okay.
And hope to be unveiling them as a service in a couple of years.
Okay. Nice. So is there anything, I guess, most people typically come to you for, or something that you find that a lot of people really need?
Well, that postural piece plays a part always with every client, like I said. So our modern day society, a lot of our work is done still in front of us.
Yeah.
And we're human. Our arms are built in front of us to work in front of us. But when you're like this for 8 hours a day and you're not doing this so much as maybe our ancestors would have done, it does cause a chain of postural reactions.
Yeah.
My most common one is a forward head posture, and that's from a lot of devices, a lot of working at computers.
Yeah.
And a lot of people report pain in the upper back, shoulder, and neck portion. That's a very common point of pain for people.
Yeah.
And what always surprises them is to address that. Working here doesn't actually get you long-term benefit. It's a postural puzzle.
Okay.
So these muscles are pulling you back to keep you upright. Well, what's pulling you forward? Those are all here.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't think of our bodies in that 3-dimensional perspective, and that's kind of where I come in.
Nice.
Back pain is another thing I see very often, and that's, again, a lot of it is from sedentary sitting. So a lot of hip and low back pain, and then I also end up with a lot of athletes. I have several marathon runners at the moment, along with those that are on like a weight loss journey, those that are trying to increase their mobility, and they might be at an older age. So I see a variety of clients I've seen regularly, anywhere from ages 14 to their 90s.
Yeah. And I think people don't realize how important having that mobility in your body is, to be able to move yourself forward and be active, to be healthy, to age more gracefully, if you will. So, and with our aging population becoming larger, I imagine that's going to get busier, more busy.
That is going to get busier, but I'm also seeing a larger percentage of younger people in their 20s coming to me with very similar postural patterns, which tells us a bit about what this is doing to us long term. And my number one thing I say to my younger people is, put the phone down.
Right.
As much as I am also guilty of it.
Yeah. Well, because
we live in a digital world.
Exactly. You are on the phone a lot, like you said, you're sitting and driving a lot, and we are much more sedentary than typically we were. And even when you're watching TV, depending on where the TV is, or you're watching your tablets, yeah, for sure. It can definitely. I even have to make sure that I sit up straight, It's like, because I do, you get that discomfort in your back, in your upper neck and whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah. So a variety of activities, anywhere from sports and high endurance athletics to I'm just getting back into a mobility routine and I hurt. I'm sore.
Yeah.
We can move in that direction also. And we also do the postural thing with just about everyone.
Nice. Perfect. Is there Anything in particular that you'd like people to know about you or the business, or kind of how do you spend time? Do you spend time in the neighborhood and go out to eat, or
I
do
actually
things
live in Scotia.
Okay,
I graduated from Scotia in 2006.
nice.
Got out of my hometown for a little bit, ultimately came back.
Okay, a lot of people do.
Yeah. I have a couple of kids here and have been reconnecting with those that have also made their way back.
Yeah.
Ultimately, just that I've really enjoyed being here and that the community support that and getting more people just kind of walking in and saying hello. And that's been really nice. It's been a nice way to meet people.
Yeah.
And I also plan to do some events, community events upcoming.
Okay, great. Well, we can definitely help you with that marketing, so that'll be nice. So yeah, Amanda MacHattie from Massage Care Glenville. Thank you so much for
Thank you
meeting
so
with
much.
me. And I am Tina Vanderwerker with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services.